Halo, selamat malam semua. Selamat datang channel Bukan Kentang. Bersama saya Narsin. Udah. Hari ini kita sudah menamatkan Sumeru. Saya off screen main Genshin tadi. Dan kemarin juga namatin Sumeru. Sumeru udah tamat. Sekarang kita pergi ke Fontaine. Let's go. Ini aku mulai dari scene pintu kebuka nih gara-gara nggak sengaja tadi teleport waypoint dekat Fontaine, langsung cutscene. Aku coba Alt F4 langsung cutscene juga, aku baru balik. Jadi biar bagus introduction dari sini. Let's go. Aku belum dapat ke Fontaine nih. Mari kita lihat Fontaine. Oh, mana coy? Itu Fontaine bang, let's go. Sudah selesai kita di gurun-gurun. Ambil foto dulu gak sih? Anjay, keren coy. Akhirnya kita di Fontaine. Udah nggak butuh lagi nih ganti nih. Thank you Sorus, ganti pet lagi hari ini. Nah, let's go Fontaine di depan. Aku setting ini bentar ini. Ini aku monitor tadi nih, Windows-nya mau kelihatan Genshin-nya, emang nggak jorok dikit. Mana ya? Ini. Switch, kok nggak mau dia? Nah, sorry.
So this is a day in the
Taruh
life
aku
of a
tes suara dulu.
traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
Oke, boleh lah. Suaraku udah masuk kan? Halo, tes halo. Aku udah nambahin backsound BTW biar nggak bosenin stream ya. Oke. Ini aslinya Fontaine belum kebuka. Masih ada sedikit area belum kebuka, belum ke sana. Dan Sumeru pun belum literally selesai dieksplor. Masih ada beberapa area yang belum ku jelajah. Di map sih udah ya. Map sih udah 100, tapi ini ada beberapa area ini belum ku explore. Jadi lanjut explore dikit lagi, habis ini ke Fontaine. Agak aslin ya, tapi maaf. Di mana gininya ya? Kalau BTW kalau nge-lag bilang biasa. Kalau gamenya nge-freeze itu emang aku alt tab. Tapi kalau streamnya nge-lag bilang aja.
The wind knows me.
Ini bawah sini ada chest satu. Ini habisin dulu lah.
Right here. Emerge. Right now.
Brings a
Bejir,
smile to
penuh.
my face.
Belum apa-apa udah penuh. Ini aja aku taruh ke kali ya. Siapa yang perlu itu tapi anjir. Ya, yang kayak gini aja dah gua kasih upgrade sedikit buat ngebuang slot. Penuh anjir slot. Ya apa kok slot? Backpack artifak tuh. Dikit lagi penuh. Aduh, lu nggak dikasih menuhin. Dapat IR ya udah deh, nggak apa. Mereka langsung nge-lag anjir, tak ajak sambil nge-stream langsung muter kan atas tuh. Download speednya sih ini bermasalah. Sumpah kan.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
Di sini ada satu. Nah ini dia.
Right here. Emerge. Rest and rebuild. My apologies. Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated.
Bis itu last ada di ujung situ. Nah tuh dia. Pas di cave ini ada ini. Aku padahal belum pernah lewat sini. Tapi entah kenapa teleport waypoint yang tadi itu udah buka. Apa gara-gara emang otomatis nggak perlu digang apa gimana ya?
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures.
Yang ini loh.
Yes. This seems suitable.
Yang udah buka langsung. Semangat Dipa. Halo Tri. Thank you. Semoga senang nontonnya. Gue Bibit tadi ngomong mau live loh. Tadi tak tanya. Malah nggak live anak kuno. Jawab juga. Sudah di luar kita akhirnya. Di sini masih ada loot di mana ya? Di sini. Masih ada chest lagi satu. Mungkin dulu bentar. Ini di sini. Ah, itu dia tuh batunya. Sekarang kita akan nge-story pakai audio ya guys ya, jadi nggak bakal bosan karena Archon quest ini ke Fontaine bukan story quest. Ini lagi ada dua lutan lagi nih, ada chest satu sama batuan satu, kita ambil dulu habis ini nge-story biar clear dulu Semerunya. Satu di sini nih.
Right now. Emerge.
Biar tuh satu ngendok di sana.
Allow me.
Ya belum buka jadinya.
My apologies.
Nah, ada. Lagi satu ada di ujung di dekat laut. Sini. Oke, halo tiga kucing, selamat malam. Kita akan story Arkon. Tidak membosankan harusnya. Mana batunya nih? Ngambil ini aja dulu nih. Oh, di dalam tenda. Nah, habis. Sumeru coy. Kok Sumeru? Fontaine coy. Finally kita ke Fontaine. Ini dia questnya. Let's go. Baru asik nih, ini baru stream asik sekarang nih.
Good old caravan rebot. Now let Paimon think. What were we up to the first time we came here? Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
Oh, nggak pikun
So
Paimon coy.
much time has already passed since then, and it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right? Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with.
Yes, but as long as we are around, it's hard to say what will happen.
Guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next? Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
Tuh mukanya kesel air. I was just thinking that you might be the problem.
Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out. Anyway, for Nahita's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Next stop, Fontaine.
Look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business.
Oh,
Even though it may
business.
have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back. That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
We're preparing to leave Sumeru and head to Fontaine. Oh, orang Fontaine denger coy.
Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming.
Oh.
But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place.
Yes,
Bumping into you
yes.
like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it.
Oh.
Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
Let's go, boleh,
But
March.
no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue
Tumben.
you'd miss us so much. But don't worry. We'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Tumben Paimon nggak mau barang.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle. So, when are you leaving?
Really, as soon as we finish few more provision, sure it should be spontaneous.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now,
Makan
where's
ya?
that list Paimon made?
Capek dah. Siapa? Lumin. Orang Fontaine coy denger coy.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahita?
Oh, tapi bagusnya ngomong nggak sih?
Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Fontaine, Fontaine, Fontaine. Cuman ke dia aja kita ngomong goodbye ya. Oke. Oh, balik lagi ke sini coy. Teleporternya nih. Oh, harusnya cutscene yang tadi tuh nyambung ke cutscene pas awal stream di sini. Tapi ya udahlah, udah tak trigger duluan. Oh ya, jeleknya lah nggak ada cutscene. Apakah ini naik kapal ke Fontaine? Tiba-tiba dah di Fontaine aja gitu. Ntar kita preparation dulu di atas. Bakat dah turun. Kita pakai makanan ini dulu. Mana makanannya ya? Bukan. Mana aja? Oh, no. Sprint. Mana gliding cuy? Nah, nih gliding. Mending mengurangi gliding 25%. Hey, ingat nonton ingat nonton shortnya bukan ketang. Aku udah bikin short apa seberapa jauh kita bisa terbang di Genshin. Nah, pakai ini nih satu makanannya nih. Kita terbang aja ke sana. Pakai kapal bisa sih. Itu bukan kapalnya itu sih, tapi bukan kapalnya ini, tapi itu ada Wave Rider tuh. Jangan deh, mending terbang aja. Pemandangannya coy, suaranya coy. Emang gila Fontaine. Suara air terjunnya coy. Dikit lagi nyampe. Turun dulu. Terlalu tinggi. Oke.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port! Wow!
Pelabuhan Fontaine.
Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines!
So I heard, and it's about what I'm imagining. Yes, it's even
Seeing
more
the sights as a
impressed.
tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think?
Let's start by meeting the Hydro Archon.
Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point.
Yes. Our journey is to find my sibling and also find the truth.
Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality.
Unique
Whatever that
personality.
means. To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
SKSD momen masuk negara orang.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his
Ano
story is
yung-
quite the tearjerker.
Ngomongin buku kah?
Excuse me, can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi! We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play?
Hmm.
Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Yes.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
Gua santai coy.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Created by the Nation of Justice.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Bingung lu, Vin. Hah? Hah, Momen.
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
Coy, hydroculus coy. Cool banget lihat. Oh gitu bentukannya.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
Apa
Come
tuh, Bang?
on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Seems the people of Fontaine really like the Hydroicon, but they don't appear to revere it.
I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for?
There's a girl for there. She's been standing alone for quite some time.
Huh.
Oh,
Maybe something's
siapa?
the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her.
Baru dateng dah ngurus problem, emang traveler banget. Prelude of the Glacier and Russia. Mana bacanya? French banget.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
You're pointing at the sea.
Hmm.
Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Though people call the waters around Fontaine a sea, it's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And though I can still
Oh,
see that hill
fresh.
clearly in my memories, now it's been completely submerged. He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
You're not asking. There's no question mark.
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all.
Okay.
I'm usually the only one she ever
Cat.
talks to.
Cat's ear.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
There's hardly anything left for me to say with you around. Because you always tell all my line.
So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that.
Hello, do watching.
It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
What's happening here?
Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler.
It's pleasure to meet ya.
And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake?
Oh, handshake.
You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
Oh, alright then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here.
Okay, let's go. Ku tes suara bentar. Suaraku aman sih sebenarnya.
Please follow me.
Let's go. Gimana caranya kayak traveler nih? Baru datang langsung berteman gitu. Kemana nih bang? Wow.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
Loh. Kita sepopuler itu bukan Purina bang. Nah ini Purina. Oh, yang ngasih pengumuman. Kira personally meet with us.
So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in
Kokomi.
hand and those with nothing at all. Raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two
Oh,
unfamiliar
ya kita, coy.
travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Apa nih, Cok? Kok kita
Is she talking about us?
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other
Whoa.
nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally.
Bang, kita belum ngapain sih,
Fear
Bang?
is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner.
Bang, gua bukan mau bertarung, Bang.
I, Fosalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Finding the Archon was easy.
Yeah.
It is easy.
Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top?
Terlalu VIP.
Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities.
Apa di cutscene awal tuh kan ngomong sama dia. Dia kan ada pas di cutscene dia tuh ada orang Fontaine yang nguping. Apa itu yang ngasih kabar?
You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god?
Oh iya.
All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice
Oh.
before?
Seter kenal itu kah kita?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is going to be the duel of the century.
Oh, kok duel, Bang.
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus.
Ngapain NPC dengerin? Weh, asik story. Malah kalau story yang baca aku bosen aja, gak dibacain. Ini kan enak dibacain.
You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
Weh, ini perdana aku masuk Fontaine with nation baru. Sama apa? Asik loh dengerin suara kayak nonton film gitu.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Fighting God, I got a resume. Satu, Fenty gak dilawan. Zhongli 2, Zhongli gak 3. Ada 3 lawan Udah ada CV aja buat lawan Tuhan. Cuma gua sih gak tertarik cerita Genshin. Ditonton lah dikit-dikit.
Are you not
Asik loh.
afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
I have fight a god.
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Elektrakon sudah ku habiskan. Bisa jelek jokes gitu ya. Iya anjir. Datang gua punya CV bang. Udah pernah lawan.
Down, Clorend. I admire her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a true warrior.
I am.
Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Oh, yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
Kayak tadi semuanya dukung nih buat duel.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. They're getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
Kok jadi kriminal gitu bang?
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Nggak ada pengacara bang.
Oh, all right. Now that'll be worth seeing.
Baru sejam sih dah duelnya.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house, it would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house. Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
And we haven't commit any crimes. We literally just arrive. Yes.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
What?
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying
Aduh.
objects in Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
It's not flying object. It's flying makhluk hidup.
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
Yang mana saya ngeklik nih
Is
godnya.
that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely. Now, if you two have
Objection.
no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject...
Apa aja nama god tuh sebutannya Arkon. Emang udah sengklek Arkonnya nih.
I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
Nah, akhirnya ada yang bener, ada yang jalan, ada flying object. It's flying creature, not object.
Tell her, Linny. Finally, someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object. But how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
Lebih pinter rakyatnya, rakyat. Tuhannya nyari sensasi aja anjir. Baru ini bener-bener baru datang, baru nginjekin kaki, gak lama, bentar doang langsung datang disambut gini.
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Mau diajak kabur ke kita? Apa nih bang? Kabur.
Ta-da!
Huh?
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
Oh, when Lenny pat you on the back. Itu tadi. Tadi kenalan di tepok punggungnya. Nah tuh, Pak punggung anjir.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon.
Oh,
This
dipasangin
rope has been in the
tali.
traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Rakyatnya
Huh, I'm not
tolol
sure what
boy.
to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
Nah ayo, dah ayo bingung.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Really?
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
Diajak duel habis Furina anjir. Diajak duel ngangingoh dia tadi. Oke, back to normal. Thank you, Lenny. Lenny maksudnya.
She's gone! Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Don't
Thank
mention
you.
it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
She
Tolol.
can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
Anjing jelek ternyata Paimon Inggrisnya parah bibit no. Aku suka loh, aku suka dengernya. Atau mungkin aku yang nggak pernah dengerin yang Jepang. Aku yang Jepang nggak minat malah. Pernah denger sekali tapi yang Inggris deh bagusan.
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant.
Pas ke Inazuma boleh deh pakai Jepang, masuk vibe-nya. Ini masuk ke French Nation gitu. Mending pakai English kata gue.
It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
Yes.
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
Let's go nonton. Wibu apa main Genshin pakai English dub? Ini agar itu Gus, kita gak perlu baca, kita mendengarkan dan fokus melihat. Nonton film ini. Oh, beda-beda regionnya ya. Beda bahas apa? Suaranya enggak, Quit. Suaranya bisa disetting kalau lagi pengen Jepang bisa, lagi pengen English bisa. Tapi ya regionnya ada banyak beda-beda. Kocak minimal bisa Jepang lah. We use English for better understanding.
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Temanya maksudku, ya temanya. Seingatku apa yang pertama? Mondstadt itu Mondstadt deh yang French. Pokoknya di France, Perancis dan UK macam-macam tuh. Apa UK ya yang banyak minum, apa Jerman. Habis itu kalau yang kedua siapa Cina? Duh, ya emang negaranya Cina. Bukan Inazuma apa? Liwe Cina, Inazuma Jepang, Sumeru Timur Tengah. Ya Timur Tengah, Fontaine balik lagi ke Europe. Nanti kalau Natlan kayaknya Afrika deh. Yang keenam Natlan, negara api, Afrika kayaknya. Yang ketujuh Snesnaya, negara es. Itu Rusia, udah pasti.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the opera house anyway.
I will be delighted.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first. You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
Kirain full Jepun. No, it's multination. Apa nih tadi? Kayak
Huh?
kotak belanja
What
aja.
are they going to use it for?
Kayak tas belanja.
About that. You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails.
Ya gue sekarang pas set gimana tadi ngejak ngomong hilang kayak dia wit.
I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine.
Prophecy itu apa? Bentar aku bentar. Oh, nggak tahu coy. Prophecy. English Indonesia. Nubuat ramalan. I'm not sure when it begins, but ramalan has been circulating around 14.
It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Kayak dongeng anjir.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
Banyak istilah English yang nggak aku tahu. Conjecture, dugaan. Hanyalah dugaan.
Even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed. Wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
But now the water is engulfing our memories. It won't be long before it engulfs us. Jadi yang Lenet maksudnya jadi. Ya, sisternya Lin ini itu maksudnya.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them.
Magic
As a
pocket.
magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Paimon gets it. It's like preparing for a rainy day. But this is more than a bit of rain.
Then is there no way to prevent this?
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
How we convince someone setelah kita dikonfrontasi depan Arkonnya langsung? Gak ada yang mau percaya sama kita lagi. Start with nggak ada orang yang tadi tidak ngomong. Udah dulu deh. Halo Pak.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
Just take it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
Siapa percaya pendatang? Ini pendatangnya terkenal, Wit. Siapa sih? Satu negara nggak tahu nih siapa blonde hair girl nih. Tapi kriminal, disebut sebagai kriminal, emang nggak jorok.
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story.
Oh, penganut bumi
The
datar kah?
story says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels, encapsulating the sea within their bodies.
Oh.
Thus could people set foot on land. So, if you ask me, when the water
Pantu, anjir.
rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
They will die.
All right, I'll take it.
Hey, nice.
I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
Oke, nice. Thank you for taking it. Ini apa anjir? Ini gitu kah? AI kah? Udah ada AI di zaman kayak gini di Fontaine. Next. Last 18. Item ya bacanya anjir.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about.
Yes.
My apologies for not recognizing you earlier.
Take it.
Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
Nah,
Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
ini bro open-minded people nih. Good.
Whirling snow.
Udah nggak usah nyelam. Aku tapi kepo, bisa nyelam nggak sini? Oh belum. Kayaknya air yang di atas baru bisa nyelam. Tuh yang di bagian atas tuh. Di sini masih air laut hitungannya.
Into the wind.
Yang di atas baru air suci kah? Apa air apa?
Huh? I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything.
But just take
Life
it.
is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You should still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Yes.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
That's true, but keep going. Lenny, sudah semua Lenny. Where are you?
Oh, you already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say? I bet you heard some interesting opinions.
Many are quite stubborn.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
Okay.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor.
Ini BTW nih kan dua party nih, ini Lenny sama Lynette nih sama kita. Emang ini aja pembicaranya, kita Paimon di sana, Lenny pembicaranya. Ini AFK 1, kita AFK juga, dengerin ya. Goro. Disuruh kemana nih? Kira udah naik. Pengen naik bang, kepo udah. Haduh.
It seems we have to use hydro to collect Romaritime flowers.
Oh hydro? Kukira perlu fire. Tak kira perlu dibakar. Jubir. Apaan jubir, Wit? Ambil semua. Ambil lagi, kita simpan aja dulu. Jubir apaan, Wit? Nggak tahu jubir aku, sorry dulu. Markote. Nama Europe emang barang-barang Cina. Juru bicara anjing. Oh iya, juru bicara.
You
Jubirnya
made
emang
quick work
Paimon.
of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
I've kalah Dad.
No way. I'm in power saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
Dingin banget lu net
So,
Let's go.
we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and
Try. Wah,
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
maling coy. Waduh. Waduh.
Oh, he's right.
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up. You two
Nangkap
can ride the
maling
lift
tuh.
over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
Understood. Leave it to me.
All right, let's go.
Baru sang Fontaine dah disuruh nangkap maling. Gimana cara naiknya, Bang? Anak baru gua di Fontaine, nggak tahu cara naik.
Let's move out.
Oh, ini lift. Go to Maritime Harbor upper level. Towards Fontaine. Susah banget dibaca bahasanya. Nah. Let's go. Tinggi juga tuh di atas kita 100 meter masih tuh. Nggak ada jendela no. Ini arsiteknya perlu nambahin jendela nih biar kelihatan lautnya pas naik. Bosen jadinya anjir di sini nunggu. Lagi 40. Di 32. 20. Sampai. Kita pencet ini dulu. Buka ini dulu. The war upon itself. Boom. Maritime Harbor. Nice. Oh, ini jalan namanya ya, jalan keretanya. Sampai sana, nanti kotanya di sini harusnya. Let's go, lanjut. Oh, kita dapat gitu. It's a destination of Hydro Archon. Even the Statue of the Seven are water fountain. You're right. The lake wasn't normal. Hah? Good for you. First try growing a pair of. The air doesn't feel a lot more humid. Oh, swim underwater. Okay. Teman live diving for treasure fall to you. Baterai laptop 50. Dari kapan gue dari marketnya? Cas sampai pagi apa? Cas besok pagi? Cas sampai pagi aja. Ada setiap laptop sekarang, laptop baru sekarang gitu nggak sih? Ada fitur kalau full chargingnya stop. Tapi kalau itu pas laptop mati. Tapi kalau pas laptop hidup, kalau charging full, hidupnya itu pakai langsung power gitu, di bypass. Jadi nggak ke baterai dulu. Kayaknya aman aja laptopnya. Kataku sih saya sampai pagi. Colok aja sampai pagi maksudnya. What if I accidentally get swept in a current? Then I'll fish you out again, okay. Fontaine Blessing. Akhirnya kita bisa berenang bawah laut. Nice. Mau nangkap maling dulu cuy. Kita nunggu di sini.
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait.
Yes, saya tuh malingnya.
Oh, look! Isn't that her?
Gak nunjuk Paimon, gak nunjuk. Get ready to stop her. Lari dia anjir.
No. Did she notice us? She started running the other direction. What should we do? Should we chase her?
Pakai nanya. Oh, enggak, kita tungguin.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away.
Oh iya deh. Bisa jadi.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief.
Seems there's no reason for us to stay. Let's go find.
Let's go.
Ya, nggak dapat.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough. I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Udah balik barangnya cuy.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I saw the general direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Aduh, jatuh.
Oh, did you get hurt, Linny?
I'll be all right. It's
Aman,
just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it.
Aduh.
Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
You're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Linny's initiative paid off.
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine now.
Let's go. Red the Aquabus. Anjay namanya coy, Aquabus. Ganti jam dulu, masa malam-malam naik bus. Jam 7 lah. Kita mau berangkat nih. Oh, terbang secepat kilat.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around. People in Fontaine really know how to use water.
This is an aquabus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Whatever.
Aduh, kakak adik ni nak.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about
Lumin.
time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Lumin pasti keinget sama Aider. Apa tuh? Oh, siapa namanya? Yang di event 3.7 atau titik berapa ya? C depannya.
What?
Oh ya, Charlotte.
Traveler! Paimon! Charlotte!
Gimana bacanya? Charlotte.
Oh, I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the Aquabus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit. Yeah, it's quite the coincidence. But as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming. Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friends. Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place. So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news? Not too much. When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
Satu roti 5 hari. How?
You're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird, oh, when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of materials. I just can't wait for the truth to be revealed. So, what is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found? That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago.
Halo Okta, selamat malam.
And ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace. But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found.
20 years
Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Then there must be more than one criminal.
Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Cara ujikan bond antara kakak adik nih.
Please don't imagine that, Linny.
Let's go, nyampe.
Hey, we're almost there, look!
Fontaine City. Mampir sebentar aja, mau bobo. Oke, thank you udah mampir. Selamat malam. Semangat live-nya Kak Dipa. Bye-bye. Dadah. Thank you. Lagunya tema Europe banget. Europe ya? Lagu-lagu apa bilangnya ya? Penuh kebanggaan. Dikit lagi nyampe kita.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this. Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
Ah, I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Paimon hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya!
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
I'm in a rush.
Always running around and interviewing everyone. Well, where should we go now?
Lihat gak tadi tuh Charlotte itu lagi buru-buru tapi jalan santai.
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
Gua udah siap juga, Dip. Ya, gua juga udah siap, wait. Tapi baru nyampe sini masa udahan. Lanjutlah dikit nyampe mana gitu, nyampe bagus stopnya. Ini masih setengah jalan aku. Tapi kalau mau duluan deh, wait. Di DC ada siapa masih? Ada kamu, ada Gumang, Nova hilang. Aku mau lanjut stream. Oh, suara apa tuh? Anjay, apaan tuh, coy? Apaan tuh, bejir? Bejir, bagus banget bangunannya. Setelan-setelan apa ya? Kota-kota crowded tapi terstruktur dengan rapi gitu. Tema warnanya juga sih, tema warnanya bikin kelihatan clean gitu. Putih krem gitu. Aku mau ke Statue the Seven-nya dulu deh. Mau buka map tapi aku nggak tahu statue-nya ini di mana, ketinggian berapa. Aku coba jalannya dulu. Tahu ntar ketemu kan. Core Fontaine. Oh, ini courtnya. Arsitek jemak gaya Gus. Kak, tugasnya arsitek nih bikin bangunan kayak gini nih. Ini bagus coy, Fontaine. Sumpah. Aku pengen buka itu di mana sih? Teleportnya itu. Statue of the Seven. Coy, keren coy. Bentar kamu. Tuh, Cok, besok ngampus. Oke, Josa.
This is our current abode.
Ngampus pagi, aku ngampus agak siangan jadi mau lanjut stream dulu.
Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Namanya Freminet.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
Aduh, kok kayak cowok-cowok apa ya? Kayak di Kaguya sama kan ada tuh cowok OSIS yang apa ya? Ya itu deh. Mirip langsung itu first impressionku.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped.
Loh, father. Ini berarti Lena ini ada bapak. Lebih itu ini kan saudaranya Lenet, bapaknya. Nah, ini juga seperti namanya. Sama bapaknya. Berapa punya anak anjir?
Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
Aduh, agak malu.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother,
Oh iya.
Minnie.
Kamera blur no. Nggak lihat wit nggak lo. Sorry. Masih kah? Thank you, wit. What Lenny sure seem to have big family. Ya, baru udah 3 punya saudara anjir. Oke, gua bobok bye, banget. Oke, wait, dadah. See you besok di mana aja. Aku besok mau ke perpus Unut kalau mau ikut.
Lenny, could you come here for a moment?
Wow.
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
It's alright, go ahead. Gua anak baru sini bang, lanjut ngobrol dulu. Adiknya gak ikut dengerin anjir. Lynette gak ikut dengerin.
Is everything all right?
Is all okay?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
Thank you for a minute. Hujan coy. Tiba-tiba berhujan. Gak ada cutscene, aku pengen cutscene.
Looks like rain.
Pakai ngomong Lynette. Udah lihat mah gua di hujan.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
Urina lagi bad mood nih. Arkonnya lagi bad mood.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
Gitu bisa ya kalau lagi ada trial langsung hujan.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Biar gak hujan.
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Masih hujan.
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry, it might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers.
For some time, the rain stopped. Sometime banget
It
ya,
rained for longer than I
malam.
suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
What you
Yeah,
need to do?
some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Aeneas. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Sounds good. You go ahead, Lynn. See you at the performance.
Oh, are you leaving now?
Ah, sendiri di rumah.
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it? Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there? I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted. And the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
Agak susah.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks. I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
Oh, no need. This will be a walk in the park for us.
Magic pocket material. Ke toko workshop. Ke sana turun ya. Pengen turun ke sana.
Breathtaking.
Bisa lah lompat doang. Oh, ada chest di atas. Satu udah. Tak tandain dulu. Oh, itu workshopnya. Halo, pengen buka. Nggak nyampe ya. Pengen buka. Apa statue-nya dulu gitu. Biar langsung hilang orang-orang. Orang Discord hilang semua, min. Ya udah. Maaf ya orang Discord. Terima kasih sudah menemani malam ini. Gimana caranya naik ke sana BTW ini? Bisa sih lewat sini tapi coba tes deh.
The wind knows me.
Lagunya kayak lagu-lagu coffee shop gitu aja. Backsoundnya
Follow the wind.
Backsoundnya Fontaine. Sampai kah ini? Bisakah ini? Sedikit daup aku. No, nggak bisa di situ. Oke, isi tenaga dulu. How can I go there? Ini bisa sih. Kayak main Ninja Warrior anjir. Sana sini. Nice. Nanti juga di atas. Nah, lagi sekali berarti ini. Oh, stamina biru udah. Ini beda kan berarti staminanya. Nice. Ini nggak perlu takut kalau habis stamina habis renang. Nggak bisa kan? Aduh. Pas. Please. Nah. Layat siapa nih? Buka dulu ini. Banyaknya waypoint. Opera Epic Clips. Court of the Fontaine region, Belial region. Ini baru dikit. Ini segini aja, segini udah hampir kena satu Fontaine. Ini area segini tuh cuman Mondstadt. Di gue gak nyampe sih. Ada daerah itu bilang Inazuma para banyakkan air ya ke Inazuma mungkin. Bandingin Mas Sumeru. Sumeru 1, habis itu 2. Sumeru 3 kali lipat 3 kali lipat lebih dari 3 kali lipat lebih besar daripada Fontaine yang sekarang. Masih versi 4.0 sih. Hydro Sigil. Karakter bisa playable nggak nanti? Lucu. Ya nggak ada, dia nggak punya vision. Oh ya, BTW tadi kan aku main grinding off screen, grinding Sumeru. Sudah jelas dapat primo gem. Punya 12. Kita gacha sekarang. Last time udah ada 10, 20, 30, 9. Sekarang 49 PT-nya nih. Dapat apa tidak? Early apa tidak? Sepertinya enggak, tapi semoga early Zhongli. Sudah di-expect tidak akan dapat. Nggak pernah nggak aku dapat W5 early ya. Sayuke udah full deh. Nggak pernah dapat B5 early. Pernah sekali. Itu hitungannya double Yaimiko, bukan early. Early banget sih, tapi cuman sekali doang anjir. Nggak pernah lagi gue dapat early. Ya nggak deh, Sayu masih belum full. Berapa aku punya? Oh 8, ini bisa juga gacha nih. Ini tak beli 2 dulu. Ini nanti tak beli. Yang ini berapa historinya ya? 10 20 30 40 45. Ini 55 habis nih. Wih, B5 coy. B5 coy. Gak expect aku. Di bawah 70 udah dapat. Apa nih? Oh, B4 nya ningguang. Karena dari standar banner nggak banyak sih. Paling cici. Tapi aku pengen B5 yang baru gitu yang belum kupunya. Shih. Oh, masih B3. Oh, masih B3. Sekarang nih. Masih B3. Ini yang ke-9 anjir. Ini yang terakhir nih B5-nya. Oh, Amos Bow. Apaan ini? Siapa yang perlu ini? Siapa yang perlu Amos Bow? Ya, aku cek di Visil. Aku punya bow, bukan di Visil. Di mana aku taruh? Di mana karakter? Bow. Ini bukan. Nih, aku punya Skyward Harp, tapi nggak tahu tak taruh di mana. Terus itu sekarang punya Amos Bow. Siapa tak kasih Amos Bow? Mbak googling bentar. Amos Bow weapon. Recommended karakter, bosnya alloy enggak, off fuel enggak. Pengen dapat ganyu sih tapi enggak dulu. Tapi kalau ada bannernya ganyu aku gacha deh. Yang B5 sih ini. Quick swap. Baik, nari enggak. Dulunya aku enggak ngincer. Amos Bow. Siapa yang paling make ya? Increase normal charge attack by. Oh ini kalau emang kayak gini statnya paling cocok buat ganyu sih. After normal or charge attack is fired, the make deal increase by border sekian. Ini paling cocok buat ganyu sih emang. Mungkin aku mau gacha ganyu deh biar pakai ini senjata. Boleh dapat Amos Bow. Tadi dapat apa gitu ya? Ningguang sama Sayu. Ningguang C3. Ganyu, ini gabur kok ganyu siapa? Sayu ini bercenami. Udah 50 bisa aja aku bulan ini. Aku udah lumayan ngantuk. Ini udah nyampe sini aja deh. Nyampe suruhan, nanti suruhannya ke Opera House, ke court, baru aku lanjut lagi. Baru aku stopin, lanjut next stream.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Emang talkative banget bosnya.
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making... what were they called again?
Lupa dia.
These must be for Magic Pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now.
Do you need to pay?
No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Wow. So, is Linny actually loaded?
Oh, kaya kali nih.
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Hey! Is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use the latest technology. And wasting is a kind of crime.
Technology.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Well, it's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you. But basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
Huh? How can trials produce energy?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
Kayak beda orang pasti ngomong oratrice mekanik di analis kardinal.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that the oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines?
Well, Fontaine Nahida both said God rely on belief to obtain power.
Oh yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumosia. It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a few words with me.
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today. Wait, no, 70%.
Bara debt collector.
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
Sound like a usual case of someone owing somebody else money.
Hey, hold on! Before you go around trying to collect payments,
Oh,
why don't you settle your own debts first?
Wow!
If Confrérie of Cabriere wants
Child.
to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation here?
Child.
You're from Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month.
Sama
Why are you
aja.
hounding me now?
Sama aja.
Traveler, Paimon!
Anjing
I
langsung
didn't think
ganti
I'd run
topik.
into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
We sure seem to have run into a lot of friends today.
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble. Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far, right, Traveler?
I think we've already weathered enough storm for today. I don't feel a little excitement.
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting something?
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up with your friends? Listen to me, boy. If you want your mora, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
Kayak Paimon aja deh.
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I
Masih
took Tonya and
goblok.
Tooser ice fishing, Tooser said,
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now!
Orang
Can you
punya
at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients, you're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Go ahead.
I'm sure this won't take long.
Orang Vision dilawan anjir. Lo kok ikut? Oh, kita jadi gini.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Langsung habis semua. Langsung turu anjir semuanya.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank?
Ah, no.
Don't tell me you're...
I'm the Harbinger.
Now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it? Huh?
Wah, Purina kah? Matiin kah sama Purina?
Now's my chance!
Aduh. Oh iya, masih jago juga dia close
That was weird.
quarter combat CQC. Kok tiba-tiba mati?
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
No, don't use that. That's way too risky. I don't have a vision, so don't ask me.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? And don't say it's work for Northland Bank.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Huh? What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel down about anything?
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a possibility.
So what is power? Do you have any idea where it came
I can't
from?
remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss. It was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk.
Skirk.
She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
But what is it?
It.
What did you awaken?
She never explained that, but my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that seemed to leap at us. Is that the one?
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon.
It's very possible that the power inside you is connected to your incident in the
So why
abyss.
don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
She.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be, so I should get going.
See you.
More work for the Northland Bank?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
Who is
Official
that?
champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist.
So you're
The
a
champion
criminal?
duelists are all powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial. And the worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel. Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before.
Chlorine.
Clorinde.
Chlorine.
Huh.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
What?
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel, so I think I'll be better off without it for now. Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
So, delusion?
Sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, since we don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance.
Under Paimon enthusiastic leadership, you walk all around the core of Fontaine.
Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along!
Baca cerita coy.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Paimon never saw that twist coming. The murder mystery novels here are amazing!
Never will I see the day when Paimon will enjoy reading.
The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel.
Yang di Yai Publishing House kayak story banjir,
It's so
bukan novel.
exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too. Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time. Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Linny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going. Linny said that the Opera House is on Aranias, so let's go ride the Aqua Bus.
So, I think it's the end for today. I'm getting tired. Yeah, I think that's all for today. Jangan sejam 1 sini udah ngantuk, gak mau. Ngantuk habis. Di sini ya operanya. Berarti naik ini ke sini, cus. Habis itu ini jalan. Jalan Pak, atau deh. Tidak lagi. Fontaine. Aku yakin ini pasti daerahnya Fontaine juga. Oke, BTW sebelum kita off, sebelum kita closing. Aduh, sorry. Pengen upgrade semua gitu deh. Upgrade nggak semua sih, upgrade Statue of the Seven di Dendro di Sumeru. Karena aku habis explore kemarin udah dapat semua Dendroculusnya. Jadi ya kita masukin aja. Nggak bakal lama juga. Empat satu. Oh emang lebih satu. Aduh ada bukan penting. Let's go. Apa tuh nama achievementnya tadi? Your effort have been acknowledged. Sudah level 10 mentok. Masih ada daily commission quest. Aku males buat ngerjain loh. Daripada feel-nya kayak capek gitu, kayak nggak mood mainnya. Jangan lah. Oh gini ya mekanismenya. Masih baru sih mekanisme kayak gitu untuk Okay, I think that's all for today. Pengen ganti gininya deh. Ini jadi ke homestead belum ada gitu. Belum ada daily commission di Fontaine ya. Kita zoom aja deh kalau gitu. Back Fontaine. Fontaine kecil masih. Bandingin sama area-area yang lain, aduh. Kita ngabisin story di Fontaine dulu baru kita explore Fontaine. Oke, thank you semuanya udah nonton. Mana dia? Kamera. Ada.
Most humans could have the entirety of their fleeting lives chronicled in but a few short lines.
Baca lumayan. Yes. Kita sudah sampai di Fontaine. Oke, thank you semuanya udah nonton Genshin hari ini. Bagus, hari ini kita udah sampai di Fontaine. Sudah ngantuk banget aku. Udah tahu lumayan tentang Fontaine. Next stream kita lanjut story Archon. Kita ke Opera House nonton Linnaeus performance. Harusnya. Aku belum tahu spoilernya ini bakal gimana ceritanya, belum dapat nonton walkthrough. Oke, thank you semua yang udah nonton. Ganti screen dulu. Dadah. Makasih semua udah nonton. Besok bukan kentang bakal live lagi sepertinya. Tapi aku Selasa kelas pagi no.
And I know just the tune to accompany them.
Ribut loh. Nah. Kayak nanti malam, hari Senin malam nih kayak aku gak live deh. Karena Selasa pagi aku ngampus jam 8 udah di kampus. Kalau ntar jam setengah 10 udah di kampus kan bisa siangan dikit. Itu deh nanti malam ya, kalau masih stream aku stream. Dadah, makasih udah nonton semuanya. Good night. Besok main lagi kalau sempat. Dadah.